If you are someone who values being on trend and wearing dupes all the time and buying clothes from Amazon, totally fine with me, but I am not for you. The vibes are off financially. I don't know how to say that besides that, but the vibes are kind of off financially. I feel like we're all feeling a lot of anxiety about the economy. So the last thing that you want to see is people telling you online that you should buy something that's only going to work for this season, that's made really poorly, and that's going to be great for festival wear. Right now is not the time to buy a bunch of stuff. Right now is kind of the time to take your finances seriously. And this is why you need a high return on investment wardrobe. Something that I'm very thankful to myself over the last several years is that I've cut back on fast fashion shopping. I've bought things that have been higher quality, that are not super expensive, that I've prioritized putting money into my savings versus putting clothes into my closet, and that I have a closet that I am not constantly decluttering. As COVID hit when I was 25, my relationship to clothing was drastically different. I definitely changed the way that I shopped, and I needed comfort so bad that I found myself shopping a lot. And that was the worst thing I could do because everyone in my industry was losing their job. What is the current shopping strategy? Well, you're going to buy less. I hate to say it. If you want a good shopping strategy right now, it's to buy less, to maybe not run off to Costco and stock up on things just in case everyone loses their job and things get slightly more expensive. Spending money when you're emotional or anxiety driven is like the worst thing you could do. Ask any financial advisor. The last thing you want to do is make financial mistakes or make emotionally driven financial decisions. Buying higher quality. It's counterintuitive, but buying something that's going to last you several years, that's going to be better for your wardrobe, that you're okay with wearing if it's not trendy, not so much that if it's quality made, but if you are happy with wearing it when it's not trendy several years from now, that is the type of thing you want to purchase versus something that feels very trendy now. I spoke in my last video about how timeless is not always timeless. So buy things that fit your life, not so much the current definition of whatever capsule wardrobe is. And then you want to focus on purchasing secondhand. I am currently wearing a t-shirt that I bought secondhand that I loved. Is a Reformation t-shirt. I actually got it because it was the Alex T. Most of my closet is actually purchased secondhand with true intention and true strategy. I will go and actually buy things secondhand after researching the product on both Reddit. Surprisingly, Reddit has the most honest reviews. Also, looking at sizing charts on websites. Those are the best ways to buy secondhand, and you want to buy things that are not on trend right now. I'm sorry to say, but buying things that you're okay with it not being trendy, whatever jean trend is happening, whatever oversized thing is happening, whatever color is not trendy, be wary that trends come and go. You want to buy things that really are going to last for your life, but also buying secondhand is a friend of yours. I do not recommend buying secondhand shoes or underwear. For pure hygiene purposes, jeans, blouses, coats, if you can clean it and if you can maintain it, absolutely. I also recommend buying the most functional versions of things. There's this thing called universal design where you design your life for the worst version of you, for the hardest days, especially someone with ADHD who has an impulse shopping problem. I'll get to that at a later date. But as someone who has ADHD, I actually have to plan my life. I have to plan my apartment. I have to plan my days off of the worst version of me with ADHD. That also means I have to buy a bunch of things that make the most sense for my life. That means that I have to have things that don't stain as easily. That means I've purchased things that are low wrinkle that I could just throw on. I have a ton of sweater dresses I can recommend, but those sweater dresses are my go-to on my worst days. But it's important to buy highly functional. My life is not your life. The advice that I give is purely based off of my life, not your life. You want to buy things that are the most functional for your life. I'll link a video down below that I think really talks about this one specific thing really, really well. But I think that you should be buying things that work for you, not so much things that just one person recommends. I am a 9-to-5 corporate gal. My closet is going to exclusively reflect that. I am not going to be buying things that I wear at a club. I'm not going to be buying things that go out for margaritas. I will happily wear what I already own for my fun nights out. I will not bring any new piece of clothing into my apartment that is not meant for what the majority of my life is. And I know that sounds really silly, but I want you to reflect on all the pieces that you have purchased and thought, I'll wear this someday. I might go on vacation. I might wear it then. Think about who you are, what your life actually looks like. Prioritize that versus purchasing for fun. If you are someone who needs to have those fun outfits to get that just dose of like trendiness or that dose of hot girl new outfit energy, I highly recommend, one, looking internally and why you need that, and two, renting. Rent your clothes. You have to purchase what really works for you. You might find yourself with a closet full of clothes that are meant for events that have passed or events that have never happened. It's another way of saying don't shop for the aspirational self. And the last tip is to, if you are going to buy, buy durable. Durability is the game. This is a Reformation t-shirt that has not aged super well. I still like it a lot. I obviously still wear it, but look at the neck is like folding in like that. It's not my favorite. And this is honestly, if this was a little bit more than just me sitting in front of my iPhone and ranting and posting it an hour later onto my laptop, I'd be dressed way better. I'd have way more makeup. But this is not a durable wear. And it makes a lot of sense. This is like one of the thinnest t-shirts that I own, but it's really comfy and I'm in my home. However, you want to have pieces in your wardrobe that are thick, that will last you a long time. The last thing you want is a super thin, super sheer piece of clothing, which is all we bought in 2008. Like, I remember, I don't know why it's making a comeback, but I remember that one of the cutest things you could wear in like 2010 were multiple tank tops on top of each other. A lot of mistakes were made there. And sheer tops with tank tops under them. If I can go back and talk to younger Alexandra, I would say, girl, be so freaking for real right now. I wasted a lot of money on clothes that were not great for my life. I wasted a lot of money on clothes I regret. Now my favorite pieces are crazy durable and thick. Right before I started filming this video, I was wearing this cardigan, all right? This fisherman cardigan that's so freaking thick, that's so warm and comfy, that has been through the washer and the dryer and hasn't shrunk. And all of the clothes that are purchased in a recession need to reflect that. You need to buy durable. Buying durable, buying highly functional for your life, buying quality, buying secondhand are all ways to have a high return on investment wardrobe. Because the last thing you want is to open a Zara-filled closet and not have any money. And this is like a really direct, kind of harsher video that I have done. I have a lot of anxiety. And this also might just be like frustration. I know this is kind of an emotionally charged video, but I am a little resentful. And I think it's extremely tone deaf right now to make content to suggest people buy things for summer or what's this summer's color, when in reality, people are worried about how they're going to feed their family soon. People are worried about losing their jobs. The last thing that I want to do is push anyone who watches my videos into buying something they'd regret. Fashion is a fun way to express yourself, but it's also a vanity thing. And we have to really acknowledge and look internally. Am I dressing to be on trend? Am I dressing to feel like my best self and my true self? People should be able to walk into your closet and instantly say, that's you. Now is not the time to take risks on trends or try to buy your personal style. You want to have a personal style that you can go into your closet and create. And then anything that you add to your closet from this point forward needs to be durable, needs to reflect your life, and does not need to be waste. This is kind of a longer, weirder video that I've done. I have no regrets. And to be quite honest, I am a little resentful of people telling you to buy things that don't work for you, especially now that skinny talk is on the rise. It's easy as people are feeling both financially and physically insecure to make you buy things. And that doesn't sit right with me. And I know this was a really long, ranty video, that the content creators you need to trust wear the same things over and over again. Be an outfit repeater, currently creating just for myself. It's called the Hot Girl's Guide to surviving a recession, and part of it is shopping significantly less. I would never feel comfortable coming on here and telling people to buy things that I would personally regret buying. I will only talk about pieces that I like and why they work for my wardrobe, and that what applies to me won't apply to you. I care about this community a lot. And the last thing I want to do is push you guys to buy something that you'll regret in a time where everyone's financially anxious. So, and if you are someone who values a new outfit every single week, that's fine, but I am not for you, and that is okay. If you are someone who values being on trend and wearing dupes all the time and buying clothes from Amazon, totally fine with me, but I am not for you. I am here to let you know that you can be really cute and really stylish without having to go broke and without having to buy the next trend. And if that is something that you want, please stick around. I promise to respond to all comments unless you are malicious. And seriously, take care. Yeah, this is one of my weirder videos and I have no regrets. I have no regrets when filming it.